Hey guys, it's your boy NJ back in World Cup action. We got a cool one. We got Fusien versus Stareal. Hope I'm pronouncing their names correctly. Um, Funny thing enough, both of these players are in my pool, so I will be facing the both of them. Uh, Both have very balanced looking teams, and I was looking. No, they are balanced teams. That's very simple and straightforward. But I like the structure of both teams. The win con on Fusion's team is going to be Cresselia, Calm Mind, Cresselia, which honestly is a very threatening Pokemon to Steril's team. It will, I would say, actually, it depends on that Corv set. That Corv probably can handle it. It's probably bulk up taunt, special defensive. So this team actually is probably pretty decently going to handle Cresselia. Both teams lead Lando. Man, this is giving flashbacks, man. This is giving flashbacks. Uh, Lando T lead. That's so funny. I haven't seen that in a while. Um, so yeah. One team has the most used Pokemon so far in World Cup in Great Tusk and King Gambit. And the other team has a pretty nice balanced structure, and well, both teams are balanced to be honest. But yeah, that's the thing that stands out the most. Okay, go straight to Cresselia. We're gonna get things popping. So yeah, I mean, let's go over the team. So, Fusion has Toxapex, Cresselia, Heatran, King Gambit, Lando T, Great Tusk. This team has been going around the forums. So I'm pretty sure, as I said, the Cresselia is called. Well, I didn't say per se, but the Cresselia is Calm Mind. That's an interesting play. Well, hmm. I get it. Well, and we're gonna get into that in a second. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Calm Mind, Stored Power, Terra Poison, Moonblast Cresselia, um, Moonlight as your last, and then Heatran, Standard, Leftovers, Protect, Magma Storm, King Gambit. I don't remember which King Gambit it is, and the Great Tusk is going to be standard, bulky Great Tusk. I believe since it took rocks and we haven't seen any leftover recovery, it's going to be Rocky Helmet. And then the Lando, I'm pretty sure is Scarf. Um, and based on it going faster and also you turning out, I think we're pretty safe to assume that it is Scarf. And Lando T comes out. Now, the Lando T could be Grass Knot. Based on the team structure, it would make sense for it to be Grass Knot to punish Great Tusk. And yeah, I mean, this is going to be I wouldn't say the main Great Tusk switching, but kind of. Yeah, probably the main Great Tusk switching. Because Dondozo doesn't, generally speaking, doesn't want to lose his leftover. So yeah, we're probably going to see Grass Knot here. Goes for U-turn. I would say a smart and safe play because if the Great Tusk was going to stay in, all likelihood it was going to click like, excuse me, all likelihood it was going to click probably Ice Spinner. So, you can scout that by just going to your Dondozo or Corp. Of course, you would potentially lose leftovers, but I don't think you really will need leftovers as a big thing in this game. But of course, it would be pretty handy to have. So goes for Wave Crash. Very free. Pex. We see the Pex take rocks. Shows no leftovers. This could be AV Pex. I honestly don't remember like the sets like that on this team. So I mean, we're really gonna have to find out and see. But yeah, it could be AV Pex. It could be Toxic Spikes Pex. It's only Pex. It really could be any Pex. Now, this Garg is gonna be very annoying. And so yeah, based on the Stareal structure, I would assume the Stareal's team is gonna be Court Change, with Cinderace. The Dondozo set, Wave Crash was probably Standard Curse, Sleep Talk. The Corv is going to be, as I said, I think it's gonna be Taunt, Bulk Up. Um, and the Garg we really don't know. I mean, we're gonna have to find out and see. Okay, Lando again, bulky. We already seen leftover Stealth Rocks and the Toxpics. Do not know, but based on this team, I'm going to assume it's going to be AV. These type of structures in the past, before home, were AV, and I have no reason to believe. And there's the Ice Spinner. Definitely should have scouted still. I get why Stereo stayed in, but they definitely should have kept scouting for the Ice Spinner. There really wasn't much of a reason to stay in. I guess the best thing you would have done was get Rocks up again, maybe get a Grass off, but it's not really worth the risk. And so already they've lost their Landers, which is what they kind of needed for as far as their King Gambit counterplay, because this team does not have a dark resist. Initially, of course, that could be like Fairy Garg, and probably is Fairy Garg based on the team structure, but it also could be Water Garg. We don't really know, and we'll find out. But yeah, I mean, just based on the fact that like it has no dark resist, in the meta where King Gambit is the best Pokemon in the tier is kind of concerning. So this okay if I am Fusion, I'm scouting for Terra fighting. Okay, good play. I like the scout, and so I would say by them not revealing it there, it probably is unlikely that it is going to be that set. So Toxapex comes in. It has only revealed Sludge Bomb. No lefters, no Black Sludge, Terra Blast. Okay, so that means that this is most likely going to be Terra Blast flying for King Gambit, and Toxic Spikes are going to go up. That is going to affect really only the Great Tusk, but I mean, getting the Great Tusk badly poisoned is pretty nice. So yeah, going for damage here. The Infestation is going to run out, but basically just going to try to waste the recover as much as possible. And so yeah, this is revealed to be basically 100% AV, and this is of course not AV. This is going to be probably some special defensive set to handle Iron Valiant. So yeah, we see Infestation come out again. I don't know, guys. Honestly, oh, that's taking a lot of damage. Oh boy, it didn't recover either, so that means, I mean, you surf again 100%. You lose nothing. I'm sure Terra's gonna be clicked here, but you surf here 100%. Yeah, it is. So it is Terra Water. Yeah, so yeah, Gambit's gonna really be pretty scary this game. Okay, so of course of course the Toxapex is gonna switch out, and we're gonna see a situation here where I assume we're gonna see a pivot right back to the Toxapex. You gotta absorb those spikes. No surprise there. And we get a Wisp here. Let's see. U-turn, very nice. I would say Fusion's playing this very nice. Everything is, but at the same time, everything is literally going in their favor. Like, there's not been a single misplay. They've played it correctly, and they're certainly benefiting from the matchup that they have right now. I would honestly say the only thing they have to be concerned about is the Corviknight. That's really the only thing. And even then, it's like, okay, that's going off of the assumption that it's the set I think it is. Like, I'm literally just assuming that it's that set, but we don't know. We have no clue at all. Of course, this Garg is going to be annoying, but it shouldn't win the game. And that's assuming that this is maybe like a Curse Garg, or has another move other than Salt Cure. Because if it just has Salt Cure, those Salt Cures will just get PP stalled, and it won't accomplish much. So this is Balloon. That's very important. And I always say that's good for Stareal. If it is the core, again, I'm going off of like what possibly win con chance that Stareal could have, and just possibly like what the build, like what the I would say the set could be on this type of build. I just feel like this is kind of like you kind of want a breaker, a balance breaker, and that Corv can kind of pull it off on certain team structures that lack a Zapdos. And okay, that Salt Cure is pretty big damage. As we can see, of course the Balloon is popped, but this Heatran does not have leftovers. So if the Corv is a Corv that I hope it is, so this game can be a little interesting, because I really feel like it's kind of straightforward, a bit. But the Garg, as we can see, is putting in phenomenal work. I feel like I don't know, he's just kind of allowing it to put in maybe a little bit too much work than it really needs to be. But at the same time, PP is getting stalled. Only 16 left. Also, I mean, Garg is so far in this World Cup 2-0. Every game it's been in, it's been good. And this isn't really surprising, because we're right now in a meta game where you really can't prep for it per se. Like, a popular thing is everyone was like, oh, wait, I don't know why Leno's coming in. I don't know why Crest isn't coming in. Crest should be coming in, because at least Crest can recover off these Salt Cures. But okay. And it's not like, it's not like you're trying to get the attack lowered on guard. That doesn't stop Saltcure from being Saltcure. Huh. Well, finally caught it. So, Fusion is basically trying to make sure these rocks stay up. Completely understandable. This Corvus showing leftovers, so it could be the bulky set. And it's Defog. Okay, so that win con is gone. I mean, oh, this is. Oh wait, this is a threat. Oh, this is a problem. What does this team have for Dondozo? You know what? I didn't even realize. Like, I'm so used in this Zapdos metagame, like Galar metagame, like Dondozo, like never really pulling off like an actual sweep. Like, it's actually really rare to see it, especially this set. I don't like this set, but like I didn't even register, and that's my bad. Like this actually being a potential win con, so that's my fault. But this is a threat. This is a big threat, and Crest is the best measure for it. But I don't, since it's already got things going with a curse. We'll see what Crest does, because Crest bulks is just phenomenal. So we'll see. If you're Stareal, do you like go for the, or do you try to go for the win now, or do you try to put yourself in a maybe better position, like core changes these rocks, and I don't know, but I feel like this is kind of straightforward. I don't even think like it's a situation where, yeah, I think if anything, if you're Stareal, you probably have to start trying to see if you can run some calcs, of course, see what Dondozo's looking like damage wise versus the Crest, because it's like this is the win con. And at the same time, if, Fusion's going to start boosting to counteract this win con, and you have to see if you can at least win this 1v1. And even then, it's probably not even a good trade you want. Like, you don't want to really trade this. Because then, well, I will say, I was going to say then but that Water Garg is such an annoying mon. If it's the Iron Defense set, yeah, I can put in some work. And I'm talking Iron Defense Earthquake, not Iron Defense Body Press. And you may be like, well, why would you run Iron Defense? Well, because you got things like Zamazenta, you got things like SD Garg, just versus HO in general, to be able to get a Iron Defense off rather than a Curse, which you really don't need versus HO, because Salt Cure is going to handle everything, because HO, lacks recovery to begin with. You put yourself in a better position, especially versus like a Golden Go. Like, even though Golden Go's aren't running Covert Cloak anymore, they are still running Nasty Plot, and so like if you're body press, your only damage that you can do is Salt Curing, and at least with Earthquake you can add, you're gonna beat it or you're gonna force it to Terra, and forcing them on to Terra especially when you've already had to burn your Terra, is just phenomenal. So goes for Curse, goes for Calm Mind. I mean, of course, both players had to make those plays. I assume a Wave Crash is going to be done. Oh, that did nothing, and that did a lot. Wow. That's a very special defensive Dondozo. And so this Dondozo is probably going to win the game, because Wave Crash is so trash. The recoil is the most important thing. Goes for Curse again. Does 18. Wave Crash is going to do a ton. Puts it down to 33. I mean, all I'll say is the trade really worth it? Because on all likelihood, if you go for Wave Crash here, your Dondozo's gone. Well, I don't like going for Calm Mind there. I get why, but I feel like you kind of had to bank. Oh, this is the Protect set. Okay. I mean, I like different moves on Protect, because like Wave Crash is killing you, like it just did. But it's got so many boosts, it may end up like pulling it off. Is this gonna be Earthquake last? What is Dondozo gonna have as his last? If it's Earthquake, then this is GG. Dondozo put in phenomenal work this game. 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 I haven't seen Dondozo put this much work in it, and since like I don't know, day 3, like SV, like yo, that this is putting in crazy. This like it's putting in such crazy work. This game is not over because the Dondozo's out of the picture, and okay, I'm gonna assume. Oh no, it probably is over now. With this being default. Alright, okay, so this is default iron defense body. Okay, that's why are you switching? Why switch? There's no reason to switch your Iron Defense again. It's not like it's gonna squash or anything. Like you literally lose nothing, and your goal is like. In fact, I'm really confused with the play. Just Iron Defense. Like just make sure you get yourself in a position where you. I mean, this works too. So many win cons. Jesus Christ. So many. Yeah. Like Curse, Skark, Iron Defense, Corv. Like the win cons are just so prevalent right now. This is a. Yeah, it's funny. I was talking with this build for friend because they sent me the build, and they were talking about Crest, and I'm like, I'm just like, Crest is great, but this build like kind of has flaws, and we're seeing like all of its flaws kind of displayed in this game alone. Probably gonna see a Grass Knot here, so please click recover. It's no reason not to. Okay, clicks Curse. It is what it is. Still fine. It's perfectly fine. Goes win con because kind of have to. What is the Salt Cure gonna do? 31. What is the Dondozo at? Well, I mean, please keep go. That's not Salt. I would have kept Salt Curing because I mean, this gotta go. Uh-oh, that did a lot. 17. You don't let this die. Let's think about this for a second. You just pick your smart sacks. It's just really not that complicated. Just pick your smart sacks and just make sure. Also, you have protect Dondozo too, so you can like protect on one of these turns. Go talk speaks. Yeah, it don't matter. Just pick your sack. It don't even matter. You go Cinderace too. That works. Go for Wisp. You can just chill. Ain't nothing to worry about. Alright, so where are we at now? We have a Garg at 35, which is most likely going to come out. I mean, could go Corv like this. I'm actually surprised that the Corv like switched out. Oh, you know what? Probably. You know what? I like the switch out play. Probably did not want to deal with an Ice Beam Freeze. Completely understandable. Didn't want to deal with that hacks. It's like, okay, let's play it as safe as possible. I like winning. We all like winning. So, really cool by Stareal there, Just thinking about it, like, probably just didn't want to deal with that nonsense. So, we go for CC here. This is going to do nothing. Heals the Corv. The Corv is pretty free to go. Well, probably the Corv is going to roost. Considering how safe Stareal's played, it's probably just going to roost here. Even though Body Press is just fine. Okay, yeah. Either way is fine. And that's gonna do it. I mean, that's really gonna wrap this game up. What is this at? 48. Yeah, it's good game from there. Wow, that surf actually did more damage than I was thinking. What in the world? Are we gonna just skip? Are we gonna skip to the end? This is over. Are we gonna forfeit? You can see a forfeit, or are we just gonna play this out? Okay, we're gonna see a forfeit. Yeah, so I would say not the greatest debut for Cresselia. And it. I can't even say you should have put in more work because no, it wasn't. Like, it was not going to happen with the special defensive Dondozo that it was. So really good bring by Stareal. I would say like it's a typical balance now with the presence of Lando T. It's a really cool balance, honestly. I don't, of course, love the fact that it has no dark resist because if Stareal ran into a Hoopa, it ran into Gambit. As we can see, Gambit was handled, but it was mostly due to the fact that put themselves in a position where Gambit could not dictate the game. And they executed that very well. What other dark types? Oh, Hydreigon. Like, there were so many dark types that could have been faced. And it all worked out just fine. So congratulations to Stareal. And yeah, I mean, take balance versus balance, and it was honestly enjoyable for a 77 turn game. That's, oh, excuse me, 78. It's your boy NJ. We'll be back later with more World Cup. We'll be back later with more World Cup action. I'm out. Peace.